Hello again. Okay, in my last video I showed you how to sign your app, and then I made a mistake. And it's really easy to do this, so I'm going to show you where I made my mistake. It was a different app, but I made the same mistake each time I built each of them. So I'm publishing, and that's what's in the background here. We'll get there in a moment. I'm republishing one of my games, and so I need to rebuild it. So we do a build for Android, get the title, release code, that is version code. When you do yours, this will be 1, and this will be 1.0. But every time you do a release, you need to increment this by 1, so 2, 3, etc. And then I use a version name like 1.1, 1.2. If I do a major release, then I'll set this to 2. Okay, so here's the part where I made a mistake. When you create your certificate, you give it a package name. And for me, the package name was com.roaminggamer.amu.b. By default, Corona uses your email and then the name of the application. So it just generates a package name. So you got to be real careful when you go to do your production build that you use the same package name that you used when creating your certificate. So anyways, let's get this right. Now let's go browse to the key stores. And of course, let's see. Hopefully I can remember the password. And all right, good. So I saved the last time. Now this is going to build, and then I'm going to go right into how to upload this. But while I'm waiting, basically what you need to do is set up a Google Play developer account. And then once you have that, you'll be able to create an application. That is to submit a new application. You'll start off in the page that is highlighted here and on store listing. Now I've already done all that for my app because this is a re-release, and I'm not going to step through all the steps. But you need to have a number of assets, icons, you need to describe it, you need to rate it. There's a lot of steps. Basically, this tool, this web tool, will not let you submit updates to your page or save it unless you've got everything filled in right. It'll tell you what you've done wrong. Simply look through when you're filling this out and it says, hey, you couldn't submit. Look through the page and find the sections that are highlighted in red and fill them in properly or follow the directions. Okay, like I said, we're just doing an upload in this case, and so eventually what you're going to get is after you've done the store listing, you got that right, you set up your pricing and distribution, all of these other bits, you're going to be able to click on APK. And for you, when you first get this, it's just going to be blank. It's not going to have any versions. There won't be any current versions. Mine's a little different, but this button will be here. So you just click this button, and then you simply drag and drop the APK that was generated by the build we just did. And if you've done everything correctly, hopefully I did this time, cross my fingers, this is what we'll get. So it's a little bit hard to read. Let me just move this around so you can see it. So you get a little thing here that says new upload APK to production. Move that aside. It'll tell me the version code that matches. Version name 1.2, that's correct. Size, don't really care. It's going to give you some details on how many devices this will be compatible with. Android is always going to be a huge number. Let's see. Features, don't really care about this. Required for, when removed. I made some changes along the way here. And what else? Okay, so basically that's about it. I'm not going to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little comment in here telling the users what I did. And so I was having a little problem in this specific app where the way it works is you watch a rewarded video and then it turns off advertisements for 10 minutes. It's kind of an experiment I'm doing. And for some reason, it was not turning off the ads for the correct amount of time. I fixed that, and I have changed to a different provider because I was not happy with the one I was using. It wasn't always producing ads, which is really not helpful. Okay, I think that's it. And you just simply, you could save at this point if you wanted to, or click Publish to Production, and you are done. That's it. 1 or 2 hours, this will be up on the store. All right, so best of luck to you, and as always, post questions to the forums, just do your best to post a coherent question that states specifically what you're trying to do, what you've tried, what you saw, what you expected to see. Those kinds of things help us to help you, and it'll all go smoothly. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.